Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining us. We are live with HTAR Racing. You got yourself, got myself Ocean Chief on the mic alongside Iceland.
Hi there, Chief, and hi there, everybody viewing the stream.
Yep. So we're just getting set up here, but as you can see, qualifying is underway. We're at Australia. It's the opening round of the season. We've got almost a full grid of drivers, 19 drivers on track. Some familiar
Yeah,
names, some not so
I think we
familiar.
had a full grid actually, Chief, but Luca disconnected or something. I don't know what happened. So he's
Actually,
back actually. I
yeah,
think.
he's back in there. So 20 drivers. We
Yeah,
do have a full grid, which is great to
that's great.
see.
That's great.
And I just want to check the stream is working properly. Yep, the stream is.
Yep. So I believe we're on the set. This is the first race of the second season for this Hit the Apex Racing. I think it's called this league, and. I have to say, like the most of the names on the board are unfamiliar to me, but I know some guys who are definitely gonna be quick. I think Ingenio, Vexit, Luca. We have Terrestrial Toto there on track as well. So there are some guys I know from this. Jim Wong as well from DMR, and the rest are kind of new faces to me. So I'll be interested to see what we get here. And somebody already retires from the session.
Yeah, Chimera.
I believe he's crashed out at the back DRS straight or something. I see his car stopped there on the track.
Yep, unfortunate for him. I was actually riding with him when he did that. So yeah, he just lost it. Yeah.
That's a weird place to crash.
So we're down to 19 drivers for this one already. It is quite a technical track. It is easy to lose it. Oh, we got another one?
Yeah, somebody spun on the back straight there, and it's one of the Haas drivers, and Joe Kempson had to take avoiding action, so his lap is ruined there. He's driving basically without a front wing at the moment, so plenty of action here already. As Toto sets the first time on the board, 21-2. Just a decent first run, but I would expect to get into the low 20s from the fastest guys, or possibly into the high 19s even from. I know Vexit is pretty good on this track, so we'll see what happens.
Yep, Ingenio goes pole there with a 121.1, so the times are tumbling down already, and we're only a few minutes into this session.
Yep, a few drivers had to abandon their laps, I think, because of this crash on the back straight, but yeah, as Pavel takes pole with a 20.9, so he's the first to break into the 120s. Yep. So we have 7 times on the board. Nothing super crazy yet on the board, so Vexit is still in the pit, so I wonder what he's waiting for. As I say that, is Vexit actually out on track or something? Because it's yes, it's just my camera is somehow showing the pits when he's actually on track. Never mind. F1 game. Yeah, it's a little sort of, I don't know how to say it. Just coming out of our own league race here, so it's I'm a bit mixed up at the moment, but I'll try and catch up.
Yeah, that P4, man, it was it was unexpected, I think, but he did.
Very lucky. I mean, I got like four faster people. Had some issues, and yeah, I don't know. I guess gotta take what you get. So
exactly, and Vexit is on his outlap here, so I'm going to follow him around as he makes his way through Sector 3. Yeah, it's a very technical track, this Australia. I'm not a big fan of it myself. It's quite a it's almost like a hybrid, like street circuit type track, but you can lose it so easy. And Vexit actually, yeah, he pits. Wonder why.
So I wonder what that is about.
Strange.
Yeah, he does not have a time on the board, so I'm not sure why he's pitting again. Anyway, that is what he does. Just to get back to you on the track stuff, I actually like this track. It's sort of has kind of always had a good rhythm for me here, so I've always been pretty good around this track. It is one of those tracks where it's extremely difficult to pass, though. So qualifying track position is going to be very important here.
Yeah, and you've got that fast chicane in Sector 2, and I'm guessing there's going to be a few casualties there today. There always seems to be. If you just get it marginally wrong, you will end up the wrong way and probably facing the wall with no front wing, and maybe maybe less wheels than you should have on your car.
I'm kind of wondering what's up with these guys at the bottom half of the pack, because like 3 of them are in the pits and they have not yet set a time, so not sure what that is about. And I think I don't is it bugged for you as well? Because when I look at Vexit, it's just showing me the pit cam, but he is actually out on track, I think.
Vexit, I've got him out on track, but if I go on board with him, I can see him. But if I go broadcast, it doesn't.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, I have can't use the, what do you call it, broadcast cam with him. Anyway, let's see if Vexit actually will set a lap time this time. He pitted at the end of his outlap on the previous try, so I wonder what that was about. Maybe he wanted to adjust his front wing or something. That's what I did on this track, by the way. I had one higher front wing in quali and then one lower in race.
Yeah, I mean, the only other thing is that he invalidated both that lap and the next lap somehow.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't remember him going too wide or anything, or going off track. But anyway, here we go.
Can you even do it on this track? So, yeah.
I think he can, yeah, I think he can if you go wide. It will give you that warning, but we've seen him line up here. He's trying to get as good a run as possible. And he's definitely going to go for it this time. Want to get as much speed through the final corner as possible as it leads onto the start-finish straight, and DRS is open up to 7th gear, and a very tight turn in. I think he got away with that one. Yeah, he did.
That's
indeed.
Okay, I think.
I think that's about the limit of cutting that corner.
Yep.
Joel Kempson
taking it tight into turn 3 as well.
Yeah, one of the P14 was getting out of the way there, which is quite nice. Oh, and a bit of a twitch.
That's invalid, I think, so he's going to have to abandon that lap.
Yeah, so easy to do. I mean, you do want to overdrive the car here, but it will, yeah, if you get a twitch or any slight tweak, you will...
And I wonder if I've cast the commentator's curse on Vexit here now, because I was saying how fast he is, and now he's going to be under pressure here. 8 minutes to go, and he's yet to set a time on the board. So, but he's not the only one. So there's still 5 people who don't have a time on the board, and of course one of them will not even have a time because he crashed out. Let's see who we can find out. Pavel, I think, has started a quick lap here. He's already on provisional pole. He's to the sector 1 split, and he's just about equal with his time, 100th down. And I'm gonna have a look around it with him. It's a little wide there on the AstroTurf, but got away with it. And approaching the fast chicane now.
His teammate getting out of the way there, and he's through the fast chicane. Yeah, looked pretty good for there. Carried a lot of speed. Is he up? Is he down? Let's have a look.
Yep. I kind of missed it. Sorry. He is up on his time by about a 10th. So looking to improve on his 20.9. Yeah. Can we get closer to mid-20 here? Possibly. Looks to be a clean half of the second half of the lap, and he goes 20.7, so improves by a couple of tenths and strengthened his provisional pole. In the meanwhile, Jim Wong has set a time 121.1, and he is in P2 at the moment. So
yeah, exact same time as Ingenio in P3. So
oh yes, that's right.
very tight there.
Yep, as Sapso actually, it's not just P2 there, just a 4/100ths of a second down on Pavel. So it is close up there. And Vexit again on an outlap here.
Yeah, as is Dragon, who has yet to settle up too. There are only 2 left to settle up. And Dragon
seems to be very quick on this lap, actually, I think.
He's looking pretty good here. 104, 105.
Yeah. So I'm we're expecting to hit top 5 possibly with these times, these sector times that he set so far. It's a little bit tight line to the final corner, but seems to get a pretty good run still. DRS open, and it wasn't quite as good a final sector as the first 2 sectors promised, so he is P11 with that, P12 now. And do we want to try and go with Vexit once again here? He's gonna set himself up for a run.
Yeah, if he doesn't do it this time, I would definitely have cursed him for this race.
Yep. Overtake. DRS open on the straight. Approaching turn 1. And he seems to have nailed that turn 1. That's such a good line through there. So Vexit, a good start for this lap. And we'll see what the stopwatch thinks of that in a few seconds as he approaches sector 1 split. Flat through there. And Vexit 26.5, and I'm gonna have to check what's that about. So he is about a 10th up on the pole time on that lap.
Yeah, passes a lot of traffic there, got out of the way nicely for him, so won't hold him up at all. And there's another car ahead, hopefully gets out of the way. Moves across, but he managed to avoid that nicely. Toto goes top of the table with a 120.6. And sector.
And Vexit is still up on that as well. So
yeah, getting a lot of yellow flags here as well. I think it's because of all those slow cars. But yes, Vexit into sector 3 here. Another yellow flag ahead again. Hopefully nothing around the corner is going to hold him up. Makes the way to the penultimate
looks to have a clean run.
So
just the final corner to go.
Yeah, gets a nice little run through there. Carry a lot of speed. DRS open. And it's a 120.3. Wow. There we go.
And that is a really good time. My PB, I think, in short quali is 20.0, so only a couple of tenths of that. So that's more like what I was expecting to see here from the fastest guys. And Toto as well, yeah, as you said, 20.6. A pretty good time from him.
And I wonder if he's going to have enough time to go in and set another lap. It's only 3.5 minutes left, but we know that...
Toto definitely will have, but I don't know about Vexit. It's going to be... I think Vexit is out of time here, so I think Vexit is just going to have to see what the others come up here with, because he will not have time for another lap, I'm pretty sure. 3 minutes to go, and he's still on the final sector on his in lap. So yeah, I think Vexit is out of time, but Toto will have another lap, I think. What else can we catch here? Ingenious seems to have abandoned his lap, and he's pitting.
Yeah, he pitted. Yeah, and then we've got Mayday Force. I'm on board with him right now. Let's see. He's actually half a second up in his time already in sector, just through sector 1 there.
Yeah, that's a very good sector 1. So he's only a 10th of the pole time with that.
Yeah, let's see how brave he is through the fast chicane. It's a bit of a hairy one, but if you get it right, you will make up a lot of time. Cuts the inside
Second
corner.
up on his time.
Yeah, looked tidy enough.
He's about 3/10 of vexation there.
I think he lifted a little bit for the chicane there, though, and it's going to cost him a bit of time, but other than that, looks tidy enough.
He has a chance for P2 here if he nails his final sector. But at least P3, I think, here is under threat. On the main straight, DRS open. and he runs out of ERS there, and 5th is what it is. So he's it's very tight there. If you see from 3rd to 6th, pretty much. That's 4/100ths of a second, 4 cars. So let's see who. So Pavel still will have a lap here. And he's actually about to cross the line, but kind of makes a mess of the final corner, and I wonder if he's going to be able to improve here. And Pavel across the line and goes P2, so that was... never mind me. Maybe it was a better final corner than I thought, so 20.4 and he goes up to P2. Good stuff from him. And trying to check here who is still on an... Oh, Toto actually retired, so I think he was out of tires.
Yeah, Luca's on a lap at the minute in the Ferrari. Comes
Okay.
as fast as you can. Oh, and he cuts it completely. Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Okay, so he's just probably gonna try and go for another one. Just behind him is also Ingenio, his teammate, who is on an outlap here. And who else can we grab? Jim Wong starts a lap on the... into Sector 1. Jim Wong is in P8 at the moment, and if he's able to improve by a couple of tenths, he can grab a few positions here. We'll see what the Sector 1 split says, and he is a couple of tenths down on his best time, so it's not been the best of Sector 1s from him. But Jim continues on his way. I am gonna hop on board with Ingenio actually. So Ingenio is a tenth down on his lap, so and I think that's
gonna.
It's not invalid, but yeah, I think he's
yeah, he's done.
Kill himself there.
He's had enough. He's out. So who else is on it? Like what? Yeah, Jim Wong is retired from the session, so he's abandoned his lap. Luca is on a lap. He's got his ERS on 4, so he is going for it this time. He is on a... Yes, this is actually his hot run. He's yeah, 1 lap old tires, so let's see
I think Luca is 5 tenths down on his time, so I would expect him to pit here or abandon his lap. No, he's gonna go for it, so just
oh, and he...
oh, what? That was
wow. Okay.
An interesting pit entry.
I wonder, was his team radio going in?
Yeah, he tried.
He tried, yeah. He failed. R.I.P.
So Vexit on pole. Kind of expected, I think. So he's gonna lead this pack into the race. So Vexit, Pavel, and Toto top 3, and then about a half a second down, there are 3 cars: Ingenio, Mayday Force, and Safso. And I think we're set for a pretty good race here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. A lot of unknowns for ourselves. As you say, we know a few of the drivers, but a lot of these guys we do not know, and interested to see how they do, because I know like some people excel in qualifying, but it really, the race is where it counts, as you know yourself, Ice, and we'll see see if there's any slow and steady boys like myself can get themselves in a good position, get a good haul of points in the opening race for HTAR. And I can see Mulio in chat. Mulio in chat there is he's pretty hyped. He said, "Let's go."
Yep. Our very own Joel. And is it actually raining here? It is. So we're gonna have a wet start to this race. That's what it looks like.
Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, that's interesting. I just realized Joel isn't racing.
Yeah, I think he.
Right.
He said that he will pass this race because he just did the comms, and that was.
Oh no, I was looking forward to seeing Joel on track there, but yeah.
Yep.
Let's see.
You'll have to wait for tier 2, I guess.
I wonder if it's gonna rain the whole session then.
No, but we have DMR races, right? So I will see if I can get some info here. So Sending a message to Vexit here if
Yeah, hopefully, I'm hoping it's a wet start, but a dry finish. I always like to see a change in weather during a race. Really mixes things up. Strategy comes into play.
I have some info here, Chief, from
let's go.
Toto.
Yep.
So 10 minutes of rain. So we're gonna have a few laps at the start with. Are people actually gonna start when they're dry tires? Yes, that's what it looks like to me.
Yeah.
Yes.
So give us that info again. For Toto says.
It's very light rain for 10 minutes.
Oh, cool. That is good news.
Apparently, it's not gonna get wet enough for inters.
Right. And Joel, seeing as you're in chat, can you give us a bit of information on the settings for the lobby? Is there a safety car on? I imagine there is. What's the damage like? And any other info you want to throw our way, and we can let the viewers know?
Yeah, so maybe quick rundown, at least top 10. So we have Vexit on pole in his Williams. Pavel with a pretty good time as well in qualifying in P2. Toto, familiar phrase from 2 SRL and SLR races as well. And Toto has dropped all assists for this season, I believe. So looking forward to see what he can do in the race. And he starts in P3. Ingenio in the Ferrari in P4. Mayday Force in P5. Safso, the other Mercedes, P6. Stitch, Red Bull, P7. Jim Wong in the Toro Rosso in P8. Luca P9 and oh god, Isse in P10. I will just pronounce them in the Finnish way, these names, because I'm not really sure how to pronounce everything right. So apologies in advance if I butcher anybody's nickname.
Yeah, it's what we do best. Butcher people's names.
Yep. And we are almost ready to go. Vexit already on pole there.
Yep, and Psycho at the back is just pulling
and
up
this is going to be an interesting start on the dry tires in wet conditions. So go ahead, Chief. You're gonna.
Yep, just waiting on the lights going up, and there we go. The first light is up, second, third, fourth, and fifth light. And are we going to get underway? We are, and it's go for HTAR. There is a jump start at the back. It was Psycho himself. As a 5-second penalty, and someone flies at Force India. Looks like John Fortnite at the back had a big twitch on, but up front it looks okay. Pavel has got in the lead somehow.
There's
there's a Red Bull. I wonder who that is.
One of the red.
Toto, that's Toto. Oh, Carnage at the back. Toto and involved in it. Yeah, Toto's out. Was up the wall, completely up the wall. There's a lot of front wing damage. We got a safety car. We do indeed.
And Luca all the way at the back of the field as well. So was it with Toto and Luca that contact? I don't know.
But look at this. P9 Kimi Rai is up 10 positions. Wow, what a start from the man himself.
So those medium and hard guys who started on those tires really struggled at the start, as I kind of suspected, because we still have a little bit of raindrops falling down, and I think maybe one of the causes for this crash was one of the Force Indias. Racing Points, who got a big twitch on the main straight, and then we had some contact after turn 1. I didn't quite see what happened there, but we have some people without a front wing here. Isse at the back of the field in the Renault with front wing damage. Luca as well in the Ferrari. So I would expect these guys to pit for new wings.
Yeah, they're going to have to, and it's under safety car conditions, so they won't lose out too much. But obviously, Toto, he's the biggest loser here. He's out of the race, and as I said, we're not quite sure what happened, but I am trying to get some intel from Joel. And Toto leaves session, so I imagine the safety car is going to be out a fair few laps, and this may suit the guys at the front. It means less time in the rain, and it means they can take care of these soft tires for a few laps.
Yep, and so Vexit actually lost 3 positions from pole And he is down to P4. Pavel up to P1. And trying to fiddle with my settings a little bit. So Ingenio and Sasso both gained a couple of positions at the start, and they're
good evening.
Running in P2 and 3.
There we go. We have the man back from the dead. Toto, how is it going? We caught the tail end of that. Yeah, just give us your take on that. What happened there?
Yeah, I spun and then it was fine, but then Luca reversed on the track, and I think I was stuck on him with my wheel, but it was really weird.
Yeah, we saw you like on top of the wall almost. So.
Yeah, no, I told everybody in the general chat I'm gonna die, but yeah, that was a bit quick.
Yeah.
To say the least.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send my POV in a minute. I'm just gonna cut it right now so you can see.
Yeah,
okay.
It's not how you want your...
for you. We were really hoping to see you.
Yeah, I mean the pace was good in quali, but
yeah,
it's gonna be better for sure next time, I think. But that was a bit sad.
Pavel gets 5 seconds. I saw that he cut the fast chicane, the first bit of the fast chicane behind the safety car and got up. Oh, and somebody gets a 10-second penalty now. Pavel got a 5-second one. So
yeah, as we're beginning to learn on the safety car, if you cut the track, it will give you big penalties. And Lollers is out of the session altogether.
I think he was the one who picked up that crazy penalty, right? So maybe he's just had enough of that. I don't know.
But just getting back to Toto. Obviously not the way you want to start the season, but Australia, it is a very chaotic kind of race to start out a season on. I always wonder why F1 starts at this track. Personally, I know that it's it just causes carnage every race. I think every race this season for SLRs had a safety car in Australia.
I think Tier 1 didn't have.
I mean, I crashed in Tourserelle in Australia, I crashed in SLR, so it should be fine after this, to be honest.
That's a hat trick then, yeah. Should be proud of
that. I guess so.
But yeah, thanks for joining us on chat, Toto. Hopefully we'll see you next time out in Bahrain and HTAR. And hopefully you'll do better.
How are you in Bahrain, Toto? Just
I think I'm not gonna attend Bahrain. I need to go to the hospital. Okay. But after that, yeah, I should be able to race. But I'll send you the video. Maybe you can put it on stream if you want, and then.
Yeah, we'll see if we get a chance. Still, I think it's still actually raining a little bit. So.
Well, anyways, good luck with commentating. Yep. I'm gonna go get some tea. Bye.
Yeah, thanks, Toto. Thanks, Toto. It's still tripling down. So.
So the big news there is Pavel has a 5-second penalty.
Yep, so he's gonna have to serve that in the pits when he makes his pit stop.
I mean, the only way he could save himself from that is if there's another safety car and he can maybe serve it onto the safety car, but really has compromised him big time. Safety car is in this lap, so the safety car light is out. We've seen this in SLR. A lot of drivers do tend to hit each other under safety car. A lot of this slowing down and speeding up.
Hasn't happened yet, but we'll see. I was just looking at race director, so there's a few 5-second penalties from collisions early in the race, but not under the safety car yet. About to go, I guess.
Pavel is slowing down the track. He now becomes essentially the safety car as the lead car of this race, and he slowed right down, almost caught out Ingenio. Yep.
Jim 1 gets a 5-second penalty, and we go now. So.
And Pavel's underway.
Pavel hits.
Yep. He's put the gas down, and he's got a pretty decent start. He's 0.5 ahead of Ingenio, but in the rain, you can see the rain still falling. Oh, Ingenio, he's cold tires.
So the Mercedes at the background was a little bit sideways there, but manages to save it. So Vexit up to P3. Pretty good start behind the safety car from Vexit.
Yeah, and we're saying Dragon and Stitch are going side by side through Sector 2 here. Oh, and it's tight. I think Dragon had to back out of that one. Wisely so. And
there are a few pit stops at the back. Jimmy Wong had to pit, I think he might have got front wing damage and he had to pit for hard tires and also served his 5-second penalty that he got for hitting another car. So Jim Wong all the way at the back in P18 on hard tires, trying to catch up.
Yeah, those guys at the back will be hoping and praying for another safety car, and you never know. You just never know what might happen in a race.
Yeah, Vexit is very close to Ingenio here. And gets a pretty good run through the fast chicane, and there's no DRS here, of course, yet. I think it will be on the lap after the next one. And it's still raining a little bit, so I think those conditions are very tricky at the moment. And Dragon actually makes a move there, so he's up to P. Oh, and he gets
he's punted
on the back, and there's a big pile up there. So it's very unfortunate. And there's all sorts of contact at the final corner now, so that Red Bull of Stitch hit the back of that Renault, and now he's all the way back to his. Does he have to let him go or something? He did. So yeah, Stitch. Either he got an illegal overtake or he decided to let Dragon go because he hit him at the back. So that's sportsmanlike driving
Pavel
from him.
almost losing it. Oh my word.
Ooh.
Yeah, Pavel in the lead, 0.8 up the road, but yeah.
There's contact at the back as well, so the McLaren of Fausto is around and dropped up a few positions here. So I think they were side by side with somebody on turn 4, and he just got turned around. The slightest of taps, but on those hard tires in these wet.
And Jim Wong as well. Jim Wong is out. He was facing the wrong way after turn 1.
Oh.
So he's obviously had an issue there, and he is
get
out.
A safety car possibly? I guess not. Nope. I think not. So just yellow flags. It's a lot of action.
Yeah,
I think those conditions are very tricky at the moment.
It is. I mean, I don't even think the track's drying. It might be drying a little bit, maybe, but yeah.
It's still falling down. The rain is coming down still, so.
Pavel with a fast lap, so that's the best indication of how the track is. So it's a 32.9. DRS is enabled as well, so the track is drying a good bit. And Vexit, got a big bit of oversteer on there. He did well to save that one.
Big tank slapper out of turn 1, and it's definitely very slippy out there at the moment. And there's actually a very big gap from Mayday Force in P5 down to P6. So.
Yeah, I think that was that issue with Dragon.
Yes.
Right across the track, slowed everybody down.
Yep.
Compromise.
And, Kimi Roy, is that what we're supposed to call him, I guess?
Yeah, apparently it's just a shortened version of Kimi Räikkönen, so I guess that makes sense. Yeah.
He's gained 13 positions in this race. Up from P19 to P6, so it's been a great start of the race for him. And he's actually catching the guys up ahead as well, so he seems to have a good pace here. Was he the guy who crashed in quali? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think it was, yeah.
Yep, so he seems to be doing well so far.
And we're trying to get a word with Jim Wong as well, so hopefully he'll join us in the chat just for explanation of what happened to him there. We didn't catch what actually happened. We just caught the tail end of it, but he is out of the race, and second one out after 2-2.
Yep, looked like he got caught out under the safety car conditions. He must have hit somebody, so bunching up the cars is always a little hectic with possible lag as well. And Vexit is he gonna go for a move? No, he's thinks better of it into turn 1.
Oh, Pavel, another penalty, 3 seconds this time, so that's 8 seconds in total for him. He's 1.6 in the lead here, but that is, yeah, he needs to stay away from those track limits.
Yeah, and he picked up that 5-second penalty under the safety car, which is apparently quite easy to do if you misjudge a corner a little bit.
And I believe with Jim Wong in chat, the infamous Jim Wong. How are you, sir? Obviously not a start to the season you wanted, but just tell us what happened there. We caught the tail end of your incident. Just saw you facing the wrong way.
So yeah, just before the safety car came into the pit lane, I went into the back of one of the Red Bulls, I just misjudged how slow they were going, so broke my front wing.
Is it just me or who lost everything, or no? Am I still here?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
You can hear Jim, yeah?
Nope.
No, you can't hear Jim. Okay, well, I'll handle this one. Sure, Jim. Yeah, just continue there. What were you saying?
Yeah, so I had to come into the pit lane, change my front wing, went onto the hard tyres, which was a mistake, and came out of the pit lane and the tyres were just too cold, couldn't get up to temp, and then I just spun, went into the wall, and that was it for my race really. Not a great start, as you said.
Yeah, but it's difficult conditions, you know, the wet conditions, and yeah, turn 1 is a nightmare, especially with cool tires.
Yeah,
I'm a bit surprised that we were starting on the dry tyres, to be honest.
Yeah, we were obviously.
Yeah, it's still raining. I can hear you now, by the way. You were for some reason turned down for me. So still raining a little bit. So very strange conditions here. So everybody's running. We started the race on dry tires, and it's been raining all the way from the start. We're on lap 8 now, and
DRS is open as well.
Dries. Yeah, it's very weird conditions.
Yeah, I felt good, but I guess the safety car issue of it always appearing now.
Yeah, and we did have a very big accident on lap 1, so.
Oh, it was actually worth it. Okay.
Yeah, so there was cars on top of each other for a little while. And we have another safety car as well. So what happened there? I've completely missed that one. So
P11.
So the other Alfa Romeo, I don't know if I'm even gonna try and pronounce his nickname. YW6 something. He's out of the race, and we have another safety car.
Why can't these drivers have names like Jim Wong? They're so easy to pronounce. You know what I mean?
So many strange nicknames to say.
but here, listen, Jim. Frank, thanks very much for joining us on chat, and hopefully we'll see you in future races, and you can. Yeah, we know you're a fast driver. We've seen you in other leagues, and yeah, today wasn't your day, but next race, hopefully, my man, we'll see you back on track then. So.
Onwards and upwards. Thank you for having me.
Exactly.
Thanks.
All the best. Bye.
And we have another safety car, as I said. So 2 safety cars in 9 laps already. I have absolutely no idea what happened. I don't know if you caught it at all.
No, I did not. I just caught the car by the side of the track. I'm trying to figure out what his name is. It's yeah, it just says WY6.
WY6.
God damn it.
WY6. Yeah, I don't know what else to call him, so I'll just call him that.
I guess it doesn't matter anymore. He's out of the race. So.
Yeah. So we have 3 guys DNF'd so far. So this WY6 car in the Alfa Romeo, Jim Wong in the Toro Rosso, and Toto already lost on lap 1 in his Red Bull.
Yeah, and this is kind of good from our point of view because it bunches all the cars up again. So yeah, these guys.
Just to drop in there, Chief. The top runners, everybody pitted, and Vexit actually somehow. Oh yes, he must have jumped Pavel because of his penalty. Pavel had his 5-second penalty.
Yes.
So these guys managed to pit for mediums, which can you get them to the end from this lap? Maybe. It's gonna be tough, I think.
20 laps, maybe. Yeah, maybe it sounds reasonable. If you do a couple of laps on the safety car, take care of your tires, maybe.
And I have to keep saying it, but these conditions are very, very strange because I think we're still having a little bit of rain in the air, or maybe just now as I say that it stops. So I think we're finally gonna have a dry track, like a properly dry track. Apparently, It's been semi-dry all the way. But we had this very light rain for 9 laps, and we started the race on dry tires, and it's been dry all the way. So very strange conditions. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this before.
And the safety car stays on track for one more lap as we wait for the guys at the back there just to catch up. Got Psycho, Orlando, and Izzy back in the game.
There's a couple of guys there in the middle of the pack. Another one of them pits now because Joe Kempson
Yeah, he's only a
Think
lap
about-
old soft. What the hell?
Yeah, so he's a 9-lap-old soft and he didn't pit. I'm afraid he's gonna tumble down the order pretty hard.
Got Fausto, got
He
a
seems to
5
be
second
lagging
penalty
quite a
as
bit
well.
as well. Is he ghosted?
Let's have a
For
look.
me, he is. He's like disconnected from me. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, you know what? That explains maybe why he hasn't pitted.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's disconnected AI car. That's what it looks like. So there was somebody else who was, I think, John Fortnite, who is at the back of the field. So he's pitted from his old soft. He's all the way down the back, down at the back of the field. I can't speak.
Well, we're gonna find out. Is anybody gonna get a penalty this lap? I'm imagining the safety car will come in, but usually catches
Fortnite
on
still has to catch the pack, but I think he will. Yeah, he's right about there now. So we should be getting underway again.
Oh, we're getting word from Kempson. He said my game died and wouldn't respond, so he is our safety car is in this lap.
Yep. And Vexit is gonna pack up the field. Is that what you say? Oh, somebody gets a 10-second penalty for track limits. Oh no. It's not good at all. So.
And another.
And
cycle.
there's contact as well at the back.
Yeah.
This is always a little bit messy. I think kind of would be better if Codemasters just, you know, let FIA deal with that instead of giving these penalties out. I don't know. Anyway, we are about to go, I guess.
So Vexit slowing the pack down, but he's off already. He's got a good run into turn 1. Pavel as well gets a pretty good start, hanging in there with Vexit. And Engineer just falling back a little bit, caught out a wee tiny bit. Safzo as well. And looks like a pretty clean restart so far.
Yeah, and Kimi Wright challenging Fausto into turn 1 and actually makes it stick. So that's a great start from Kimi Wright under the safety car. So he's back up to P6.
Oh, and is it free wide? It's too wide going into turn 3. Oh.
And they survive.
Somehow, some way.
And no contact either. So good racing by Dragon Lawlers and Fausto there.
Fausto on these 10-lap old tires, though, they are hard tires, so they probably will run to the end. But even so, he's under a lot of pressure.
I kind of wonder why he wouldn't have pitted there. So
maybe he's hoping for another safety car. I don't know.
And he's a big holding a big trolley train here at the moment.
Yeah, and Dragon is trying to go past Lawlers.
This looks scary.
he just about gets in front, and behind is all Ferrari. Luca just dive. What a move from Luca there. It was a bit of an optimistic one, but it worked out. And it's free wide. Almost free wide, too wide. Oh, and there's contact.
Almost loses the rear.
Yeah, is he
there's contact at the back as well.
Yeah, is he tapped Luca there, and is he come off worse? Oh, second.
Okay, so that's why the and he gets disqualified.
Yeah, fisting the wrong way. Didn't really have much of an opportunity to turn the car around there, so he is out of the race.
And what has happened to Vexit? Vexit has...
Oh no, disconnected, I think. So Pavel is going to get this position from him, which is disaster for Vexit. Is Vexit going to be able to get back in time?
God. And we've seen this before with Vexit with us on the commentary box, so he's been very, very unlucky. And I think all the Australia races that I've commentated and I've seen him driving. So I feel for the guy.
Yeah, you can see him dropping back here massively. He's almost P4 already. And he'll be P6 pretty soon, I would say.
Yeah. And I'm gonna try if I can drop him and invite, but he's completely offline, so oh no. Must have had a computer crash or internet crash or something.
Unfortunate for him. Hopefully he can get back in and he can do a bit of damage limitation, but yeah, it's going to cost him the win big time. He's not going to be able to fight for the win. Ingenio, on the other hand, may well be able to. We know that Ingenio and Vexit are teammates in another league.
And Pavel runs wide in the final corner, penultimate corner, and gets overtaken by Ingenio.
Yeah, Ingenio's just like, thank you very much, I'll have that.
Yes,
P1 for
just
me.
as you were saying, he's in contention for winning this race, and I think he doesn't even have a penalty at the moment, as Pavel does, but he doesn't even have a warning, actually, so yes, Ingenio in a very good position at the moment.
But good news for Pavel, DRS is now open, so he will get DRS here if he can hang tight with Ingenio. Looks like he's able to do so through the first sector.
And behind them as well, there's a three-car battle, Safso Mayday Force, and Kimi Rai has also caught up to them, so he has very good pace in that other Williams. And is he actually going to go for a move here on Mayday Force? Yes, he is on the outside into turn 7. That's really daring, and he makes it stick as well. So great driving from Kimi Rai.
Yeah, I think he qualified P5. Yeah, Mayday. I think he qualified P5. So he's back into P5 position after that move by Kimi Rai.
Yep, and Kimi, of course, on those medium tires versus Mayday on hards. So Kimi actually has to make those mediums work as long as they can. So he's trying to get these moves done, and he's gonna get DRS from Safso as well, but I think he's too far back to do anything about it this lap. Yep.
I think Fortuny at the back.
Pavel hanging on Ingenio still, so.
Yeah, John Fortnite at the back having an issue again. But up front, Ingenio, Pavel,
and
0.3 behind.
Just to say, Chief, Vexit is also back in the race, but he's lost about 10 seconds of time, so that's really heartbreaking for the guy. He's down to P6, and he is about 10 seconds from the lead, and he was the lead car in the race, so... I don't even know what to say. It's very unlucky from him. Started from pole. Had a pretty good tactic in the race. Got back to P1 after a poor start, but now he's down to P6 after that disconnect. So he's gonna have to try and fight back.
Up front, we've got Pavel all over the gearbox of Ingenio here. He's almost pushing him around the final set of corners. He's also got pace in this alpha.
Pavel, one of these guys that I don't know from before, but he's absolutely a fast guy, it seems, because we know Ingenio is fast from seeing him on VRL races earlier. So Pavel closing in on DRS. And is he actually gonna get a run here? Yes, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, he's got DRS open once again. He's tied up against Ingenio, who guards the inside line, and Pavel going around the outside is too wide, but gets squeezed onto the grass. Yep, and that's one and done for Ingenio. But I don't think this fight is far from over.
Yeah, and Kimi Rai also about to make a move on Safso. Williams versus Mercedes. Don't see this in real life, ladies and gentlemen. So
yeah, enjoy it while you can.
We have much closer racing here.
Again, Pavel right up behind Ingenio, but it's like you were saying at the start in qualifying, it's so hard to pass him in Australia.
It's a bit of a wobble there, but I think he will have to give this one up. Oh, and is he gonna send it there?
He was thinking about it. He was thinking about it, but he didn't go for it, but he was thinking about it.
Yep. Got a little. And he
contact
the back of Ingenio. It's a bit barging around there. Pavel seems to have great pace here.
Yeah, but that tap compromised Pavel more than Ingenio, because look at the gap that he was able to get onto the start-finish straight. Kind of, Ingenio bought himself a bit of time there.
But Pavel is too far back to do anything now. Into turn 3.
Yes, it's not a feeling though.
We have yellows, and somebody has...
Lawler's as well.
There's big contact on the main straight, so...
Yep.
the half spun off, and we have only yellow flags, so I think we didn't get anything else from that. So I think the half spun on the main straight and also retired straight away, so somebody hit him head on. But we don't get a safety car, which I suppose is alright for now. Got two of them already.
And I think I know who hit him. It was, I'm not going to say that name, Chihadis? He's missing a front wing.
Oh, yeah.
He's completely...
Yeah, and he's, and he has to go for an entire lap without a front wing here.
Can we ride with a 3-second time penalty in P4? That's going to be costly, I think.
Yeah, and I was kind of expecting him to clear Safso on the hard tires in that Mercedes quicker, but he's sort of got stuck behind him and is unable to pass him for now.
Yeah, Pavel right on the back of Ingenio once again, but Ingenio gets a really good run out of the final corner, and it just means that Pavel is not able to make best use of this DRS. But he gets a really good run for turn 1, and he's almost pushing Ingenio for the corner again. Is he going to go around the outside again? Ingenio's guarding the inside line as he often does.
Nowhere to go. Yeah.
He's a smart driver. Probably he's learning from his mistakes. You can see that he didn't keep his oar in there. Didn't get squeezed out this time.
But it is so difficult to pass on this track. I mean, you have to be really, really close to the car ahead if you want to... Straights are not that long, and we have yellow flags again somewhere. What is that for? I don't... Maybe it was just somebody going off for a little bit because it's gone already. And still following that, so Pavel all over the back of Ingenio still. I think he's still too far back to do anything about this. In the meanwhile, actually, Vexit has made great progress in P6, so he's caught up by about 3 seconds to this pack ahead, so maybe he's not out of this race still, if he can get those...
I'm just thinking, Ingenio and Pavel are fighting hard, and this could play into the hands of Vexit as he catches up.
Yep. He's definitely caught up by 3 seconds over the last...
Pavel has a good run on Ingenio into turn 1 here. Is he going to ascend it? Because he doesn't. Ingenio gets the last of the late breakers there, and it spares him the position change there. Vexit with fastest lap as well, 24.4. Pavel going to go for the outside move once again. Is he going to get squeezed out?
Bit contact there.
No, this time he keeps his... Oh, he almost kept his nose in there. Yeah, Ingenio.
And this is working well out for Vexit, because you see this leading pack is now a pack of 5 cars all the way down to Mayday Force in P5, and Vexit is closing in. He's only 4 seconds away from this battle now, so he's definitely not out of contention here. And Ingenio still somehow managing to hold on to that lead. He's completely out of ERS though, so I wonder Pavel's not much better off, but Safso also gets DRS now with those hard tires, so I think the further we get here, these hard tire runners are going to be in a better position here.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Yeah, Mayday Force and Safso, although Mayday Force has picked up a 3-second time penalty, it's not going to help his cause too much. But Psycho in P8 just got that position from Fausto, so we saw him at the very back at the start of the race, but these safety cars and the chaos has brought him back into the race, so he's P8 at the minute, 9 seconds behind Dragon.
It was a Cognitive Psychology who also got drive-through penalty at the start for a jump start.
Oh yes, that's right, yeah.
And Pavel also, once again, kind of the same move the last 5 laps or so. So Pavel tries to go on the outside, but Ingenio guarding that inside line, and there's nowhere to go on the outside into that corner. So Ingenio still hanging onto that lead. Pavel all the way, all over the back of him.
And he cut the corner, massive big cut on the corner there. 3-second time penalty, so that adds to his total. Oh, and is there contact? Oh, millimeters away, millimeters.
And Vexit really putting the hammer down now, so he's only 2.5 seconds away from this battle, and this is going to be a 6-car battle in a couple of laps. Sorry, my voice is going a little bit, so hopefully I will... Sorry. Yep, maybe that's a little bit better.
So are we going to see Pavel do another move here in the turn 1? He needs to get a really good run out. He needs to focus all his energy on this final run.
And I
Oh,
think Ingenio got DRS
he
from
did
that ghost
indeed,
car
yeah,
now.
he did. And Pavel will not like that one bit.
Oh, Mayday first pits? Why does he pit?
Yeah,
this doesn't really make sense to me, because he was on the hard tire, was he not?
Maybe he's going for the fastest lap, maybe?
Yeah, so he's of course got that gap down to maybe. So maybe I'm just gonna have a little quick look at the race director. And he had only one penalty, so I'm not really sure if that I understand this move completely, but he's decided to pit anyway.
Yeah, so we'll keep an eye on this lap. P5 for Vexit now, but he's 2.8 away from P4. Once he catches P4, though, he'll be in that DRS train and will be in with a chance of victory once again. I think Pavel's kind of taking himself out of contention of victory at the minute with the time penalties he's accrued.
Yeah, I think the problem for Vexit is going to be passing anybody here, because Safso actually is in a very good position here. I think he's got a full battery. So he has very good defensive capabilities with that amount of battery power, and these two Williamses behind him are gonna have a tough time passing him. And those hards are definitely gonna start slowly being better than those mediums toward the end of the race. 12 laps in on those tires.
Yeah, Vexit can see the train up ahead now. That's going to spur him on a little bit. But what's happening up front?
Trying again on the inside. Oh no, they touch him a little bit, but nothing really comes out of it. And does he actually make a stick?
And there is contact. Yeah, he caught his front wheel. Yep, and Ingenio is out.
Yeah, Ingenio off, and he loses a lot of time there. Tires are not going to be in the greatest shape after that, so
yeah, I think, like I was saying, I think Pavel was learning each time. He was like figuring, right, yep, I've tried that one, I'll try this. So he tried to go down the right-hand side this time.
And Safso actually going to challenge for the lead of the race here.
Ooh, he's tight, he's tight. He will get DRS coming around the corner here. Pavel will not have DRS. Is it going to be enough, though? Pavel looking to guard the inside line. He makes a mistake. Yep. He puts a wheel in the dirt. And look at the...
Safso is going to go for it, I think. So...
yeah, Pavel...
I think he should have it. Oh, and they kind of come together a little bit there, so... oh,
contact, Pavel. What are you doing, my man? That's all falling apart for Pavel right now. And Pavel gets a good run.
The car ahead, but
is it free wide into turn one? Please don't do this. Please don't do this. Too wide into turn one.
Don't come together. And they somehow don't, I think. So they're still free wide. Four wide.
Oh my word! This can only end him with disaster. Who is going to come out of this in P1? We have no idea. But look, Vexit is in the mix.
Don't spin.
Vexit P4.
They somehow don't spin.
Yes. I don't believe it. I do not believe it.
Okay. Kimi Rai actually takes the lead of the race. So I couldn't say anything there for a little while, but Kimi Rai and Pavel up to P1 and P2, and Safso
Ingenio
after that great battle.
Ingenio picked up 3-second penalty and P5, but yeah, look at P4. Vexit here is loving this. He's now caught up, and he's in with a chance of winning this.
Yeah, and both Vexit and Safso have no penalties at all.
Yeah, but like you say, Safso is probably in the best position here with those hard tires. The medium runners, their tires are going to fall off a wee bit, I would say, in the next few laps.
I wonder if Ingenio is going to be able to rejoin this pack as well, if they're going to keep fighting still. So, Pavel, Kimi Rai actually in a pretty good position here. He has a lot of battery. So Pavel is unable to do anything about it on this lap at least. And I suppose FIA might have some reports about these contacts after the race, but we'll see. It looked alright to me for the most part.
Yeah.
Hard racing. Oh,
Catch your
so,
breath.
we're not gonna get a lull in this action, are we? So 4 cars within a second almost here.
Yeah, I never thought I would say this, but we should get another safety car so we can catch our breath.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Sapso getting a really good run on Pavel again here. Is he gonna try and send it? Nope. So he's thinks better of it. But Pavel seems to be struggling with his tires a little bit here.
He does indeed, and Safro's just right there, ready to pounce. Oh,
and is
and
this
Vegs
gonna
it as well.
Kimi Rai actually get away with this race? He's 1.2 seconds in the clear now.
Yeah, look at this. We might have another free wide on our hands.
Oh.
Pavel doesn't know which way to go. He's got a car on his right and his left. Vegs it.
A little bit of weaving, but I think it was okay. And is Sapso actually gonna get a run here? And I think Sapso is in the position to take P2. But they're gonna come on the main straight, and he will not have DRS. He will have DRS actually. Will he? Yes, for some reason. So the detection point must have been somewhere else that I thought it was.
Yeah, that's going to protect him from Pavel getting that position back. So P2 goes to Safo, but Pavel is now falling into the hands of Vexit. So what can? Oh, and Pavel has got a good run here on Saf. So is he going to go down the inside again?
But he doesn't have DRS. So Safso keeps that P2 for now, and Safso actually in a great position to win this race here, if he can keep ahead of Pavel. Pavel doing everything he can to challenge him, because I think Kimi Rai, I'm just gonna have a look quickly. Kimi has 1 penalty, and Pavel had at least 2, didn't he? Yes, he had 2
going
penalties.
for a move. P4 on P3, it gets a move done.
Yep. So Pavel definitely is struggling on those 15-lap-old mediums more than the other guys. He's been fighting somebody all race, and that's of course not the best. And he gets another penalty as well, so that's 9 seconds.
And he almost lost it. Did you see that, Ice?
Yeah.
Oh my word! Oh my word!
And running wide there cost him another 3 seconds on penalty, so he's up to 9. And I think pretty much gonna drop him I don't know, all the way down to P5 or 6 in the results.
It's all got a bit too much for Pavel, so yeah, even Ingenio, Ingenio in the background seeing Pavel coming towards him, he's going, yes, I want to get this guy back after what he did to me.
Yep.
Look at a 3-second time penalty. But up front, yeah, Kimi Rai, all this battling, he bought himself some time, but that time is closing down. It was 2.1 last lap, it is now 1.6. We've got a yellow flag, sector 1. Don't see anybody off.
No, I think it was just maybe somebody going a bit off-road, but and Sapso, vexation all over the back of Sapso actually here, so Vexit making those mediums last very well to the end.
Ingenio got past Pavel as well.
He's already got, so maybe it was the yellows were for Pavel.
Oh, Ingenio almost lost it. Almost.
Yeah, I saw that. He was sideways there. So Pavel, does he get DRS here now because of that? Yeah, he does. So,
oh my word! The death! Oh my word! Pavel!
Oh my. He desperately tried to hang on to it. Did you see that? He was just wiggling the car to try.
Man, I thought he saved it. I was like, how has he still got control and he was still wiggling? Oh my god.
And then he's lost it in the end. Oh.
I want to see that again. Oh my god.
Yeah, so he's definitely gonna have to pit. I would guess for soft tires here at the end and maybe go for the fastest lap.
I've never seen anything like that.
It was a little bit of a moment for Ingenio on the previous straight there, and then Pavel out of the fast chicane just I don't know, he hung on to it for like 4 seconds or something. Just couldn't catch it. Orlando at the back of the field retires, so
virtual
safety car.
Yeah, virtual safety car, so we do have a bit of a break. Oh, and I'm getting Saf, so disconnected.
Oh.
Yeah, he's left the session. Yeah, he's out of the session. So it's going to be down to Vexit and Kimi Rai, I think, then, and Ingenio as well, I guess.
So somehow, after all the carnage, both of the Williams are going to be P1 and 2, I think, after this BSC is going to end. So Vexit started from pole, got a scrappy start. He dropped down to P4, then he got back to P1. Disconnected, lost 10 seconds, and now he's challenging for the win of the race.
Ingenio drive through penalties, speeding under.
Safso is actually back in the game. So can he possibly hop in the car and keep this P2?
Yeah, it's still ghosted right now, but he should be able to quickly. Oh, his car's going in the pit!
It's
No,
gonna pit!
no, don't do it! Oh my word!
And I think he's back in the car, but his AI decides to pit.
Oh my god, why? Oh my word.
So what on earth can you say to this? So Mayday Force, we questioned earlier, he pitted for those softs from the hard tires, and he's up to P3 now. This has been an absolutely crazy race. I'm just out of words.
Yeah.
So after all of that, now we have both of the Williamses in the lead of the race, and they're 10 seconds in the clear. Just a few laps ago, we had what did we have? 5 or 6 cars in this battle, but now.
Kimi Rai is living the dream right now, and Pavel with a 3-second time penalty to add to his already growing collection of time penalties.
Yeah, up to 12 now. So Kimi Rai, I think penalties are gonna cost him the win of this race, but Vexit is definitely gonna win this if he can just keep it out of the walls. I kind of don't know what to say at this point, but
there are no words.
So Mayday for somehow up back to P3, Ingenio P4.
Yeah, ultimate lap as well.
Safso's AI put 8-lap old softs on his car.
Of course.
Of
course it did. That is so bizarre.
I think I'm just gonna be quiet for the rest of the race or something. What? So that makes no sense at all. He's still gonna try and Ingenio actually didn't he? He got a drive-through penalty, right? So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Safso, I think he's gonna be fuming in that cockpit of that Mercedes.
Yeah, what a crazy race. But Vexit somehow, some way. Looks like he's on for the win, but I don't wanna call it too early. There's still another lap after this one.
He's got a second to play with here because Kimi Rai has 3 seconds. So Vexit, if he can keep it on track, and even most likely on the final lap, he will win this race.
Yeah, Vexit's got quite a lot of ERS in the tank, and I'm sure he's going to whack it up to full on this final lap and use it all up. Keep within range of this win. Kimi Rai up front, he doesn't have as much ERS. Currently in overtake mode on the start-finish straight. Trying to buy himself some time up the front there.
So desperately trying to take Ingenio here, but his AI decided to put those old softs on his car, and yeah, it's just gone. Everything went wrong for him on the final 4 laps of the race. And we are on the final lap of the race, actually. So Williams set to take 1-2 here.
Safso going for a move. Safso going for a move on Ingenio. He goes up the inside. He does get it done. Oh, and he lost the back end there and actually went into Ingenio, but managed to hold that position and get DRS for the second straight as well.
So, just to put it out there, Kimi Rai has gained 18 positions from this. So it's almost from last to first challenge, but he's going to be second, I think.
Never doubt the Iceman.
Yeah, so it's he somehow made it work all the way from P19, I think, to
Oh, ERS Pavel has lost it. He's lost it. He was in I think it was P8 there, but just lost it completely in the car. Is off track. Someone's beached himself there. So goes from bad to worse for him, but up front, Kimi Rai.
He's gonna die as well.
Kimi Rai crosses the line in P1, and what an emphatic P1 it was, but...
Did he actually win this race? What happened? Did Vexit have a penalty, or is that... I think that has to be a timing bug that we saw earlier in SLR race as well.
Let's have a look. Did he have a...
Yeah.
Did he have a
Brexit didn't have a penalty, so I think this is one of those famous timing bugs.
Why deny us it?
So I think Brexit is the actual winner of this race, but
yeah, he has to be, yeah.
Yeah, we just have this because he disconnected earlier in the race, you remember? So.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And
so, as we believe it, it would be Vexit P1, despite the timing board saying differently, but Kimi Rai second.
Yeah, I think the same for P4 because Safso was ahead of Ingenio at the start across the line, but Codemaster's timing system say something else.
Yeah, so give us a rundown on the field then as they cross the line there, because this timing board is up the left.
So I'm gonna try and make this correct. I think Vexit actually wins this race. Kimi Rai second, Mayday Force P3, Safso P5, Ingenio Safso P4, Ingenio P5. Cognitive Psychology had a good race actually, so he got a jump start, drive-through penalty, and he's up to P6 in the end. So I'm sure he's gonna be happy with that. Yeah, and then I kind of missed out who were the next ones on the list, but it's been an exhausting race to commentate. Okay, great race for commentating. That's what I'm saying, but yeah. So I think we're gonna have to have that double check because you see Vexit didn't have a penalty, and he was definitely not 5.6 seconds away from Kimi Rai, as this Codemaster's timing system says. And I think the same with Safso and Ingenio as well.
Yeah, what a crazy race.
So who do we think for driver of the day here? I would have to say it's Kimi Rai for me. P19.
Yeah, I mean,
in quali. Wins on track. We'll lose it on penalties, but yeah, for me it's of course Brexit as well, coming back after all those difficulties, disconnecting and scruffy start and stuff. But I would say Kimi Rai for me.
Yeah, I can't argue against 19 positions. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean there's like honorable mentions. I think Cognitive Psychology, messing up his start completely, taking a jump start, starting P20 and finishing in P6. So yeah, it's a lot of people making some good headway from their qualifying result in the race.
Yeah, so I'm trying to see if we can get a chat with any of the lads here. We've got Stitch and Mayday Force. Luke, I think we've got Luca, Vexit, and Ingenio as well.
I would like to speak to Vexit at least. He's also the admin of the race, and he's kind of the admin of the league, is he? So
yeah, we'll bring him in. Just yoink him into chat. There we go. Vexit, how is it going, my friend? That was a crazy race. How was it from your point of view?
Good.
Just to add there, I think you're actually the winner of the race, even though Codemasters is saying something else. But
yeah, cheers. I mean, I'm happy for Kimi Rai to win. Gonna give him the early teammate advantage. Like at the end, I would have loved to have tried to catch up a little bit and fight. However, yeah, my tires were dead at the end. Like they were 82% or something as I was crossing the line. So yeah, I was just cruising it to the trying to absolutely tire save to the end. But overall, enjoyed that race apart from the game crash.
yeah, we saw you had kind of a scruffy start to the race, and then my heart sank a little bit when I saw you disconnect and lose like 10 seconds of time.
Yeah.
But you got back in the fight because there was a big like a 6-car battle pretty much.
Yeah. I was really sad that particularly Ingenio, he was doing so well up until that point. I can't doubt what he was doing, and then just the contact between him and Pavel was really unfortunate. I didn't see exactly what happened, but it just seemed really unfortunate for him. So to be honest, after my game crash, I thought that he was one of the drivers of the day in my opinion.
Yeah, commentators kind of voted for Kimi Rai because the guy started P19 and somehow won on track, even though I think he was actually he will lose it to you on penalties, I think. But
yeah, but to be fair, like you say, I mean, there's a lot of strong contenders for it, but I think just the fact that he was like P19 start, the P1 finish, and a Williams out of all the cars, a Williams, making Williams great again. It was great to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there was 2 safety cars, 1 virtual safety car, and lots of incidents. But yeah, I mean, there's a few times like. Just give us a talk, like how are you going into this race? You saw it was rain at the start, but dry tires to start off with. How are you feeling as you came up, with the green lights came up?
Pretty sad to see the rain. I practiced particularly the soft stint, like at the start. It was okay on the tires, like tire wear is pretty bad around here, like for softs particularly. It's always quite touch and go. You're always pretty much at 78-80% tire wear at the end of your stint. But as soon as I saw the rain, I had, to be honest, mixed opinions. I was feeling good because the tire wear was going to be lower, but I was feeling bad because I hadn't practiced any rain and I knew that there was going to be carnage into turn 1. That's just like what I was expecting, so I was glad for that.
Yeah, I mean, like I was saying on stream, but Australia, it always surprises me that that's the opening race, because especially in league racing, it can get quite messy, especially that first corner. You have to be really patient on this track. It's not really an overtaking track, and we saw that from Pavel. He was getting a bit impatient at times, and I think that cost him. But see, when you watch the stream back, please watch out for the Pavel death wiggle. He came out of the fast chicane, and it was like literally 4 to 5 seconds
hanging onto that car.
He was just wiggling back and forth.
In the end.
Yeah.
Do you remember the lap?
Oh, it was like
the
last 5 or something, or last 6?
Yeah, 5 laps from the end or something like that.
Okay, I'll have a look at that.
Yeah, that was epic. I want to see that in slow motion with like some epic music in the background.
Now, am I allowed to ask a question to you?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Are you coming back next week?
Oh, we're put on the spot. Yeah, well.
Yeah, maybe.
Are you
sorry,
free?
Actually, I can't be here next week, so maybe I don't know if Chief can guilt trip Wimpy or somebody to do commentary with you, because next week I'm gonna be traveling, so I will not be home. But I will. I mean, for the later races in the season, sure. Sure. I've kind of been looking to do some commentary with Chief again, so yeah.
I'd love to have you here.
Up to Chief, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Okay, we'll do it. We'll sign up for a season and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Next week though, I'll need to find myself either a partner or I'll have to. I don't know if you've heard of Goat Boy, but I might unleash the inner Goat Boy. I'll send you some. I'll send you some videos. It's basically my comedy kind of alter ego.
Oh, you mean that one? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. He hasn't called a race in a long time, but maybe this is it next Saturday. But Bahrain, yeah, and yeah, I mean we enjoyed ourselves, so I don't see why not. It'll be a pleasure to do so. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like 20 cars, full field. What better way is there to do commentary than that? So yeah, sure.
Yeah. We'd love to have you.
Not a problem, man. Well, thanks for joining us in the commentary box, and I'm gonna move you back into general right now, but we're gonna get a word with some other drivers. We've got Ingenio here. Let's have a look. Ingenio was caught up in a few of those incidents. Oh, I just moved him into general. Whoops. Computer. Hey, Ingenio.
Hey.
How's it going? I got you eventually there. Yeah. What a race, man. What a race. Just tell us how it went for you during the race.
Yeah, great. Yeah.
Just great,
We
yeah.
also got a drive-through at the end.
Yeah, we saw that.
The Delta for 44,000. That was lovely.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, it's very unforgiving.
Yeah,
that.
well, I mean, it went well. Obviously, I only got into the lead really because Vex's game crashed, so that was more luck than really skill. And then, well, the incident with Pavel, I mean, it happens. It's racing. Just how it goes.
Yeah, I mean overall the racing was great. There was a lot of battling going on, and it's Australia. We've said it a number of times, but it's a very hard track to overtake on. But Pavel and yourself had a pretty good battle there. He put you under a lot of pressure, and you eventually did manage to get past, but not without a cost, and that cost was you going off track and losing out in a few positions. But unless I'm mixing you up with Exit, I always get you two mixed up. Ice, keep me right.
I'm kind of out of words after this race anyway, so
Yeah,
there was too much happening.
there was a lot to take in, but yeah, like in Junior, like, did you feel like you were on for the win for this one?
Probably. I mean, at the point I spun, I had 2 warnings, so that would have probably been an issue with getting another warning. So a penalty might have cost me the win, but I think on track I could have done it, but not entirely sure. I mean, Pavel put me under a lot of pressure, and to be fair, like the pace was I had less pace than him, and also Vex coming very fast from behind. After
Yeah.
his game crash, he caught up quite well to the group, and
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, but I think that was down to you,
Yeah, just
you guys battling up front.
yeah, and it was a brilliant battle, I might add, because you were defending very well. Pavel was kind of learning from your defending, so he eventually got alongside, and I guess you like very lightly touched wheels and you spun around, so very unfortunate on that one in turn 4, I think, or whatever it was, but yeah.
yeah.
Anyway, so where did you actually finish? P5, is it? Or
I think the game put me P5, but Sato has to finish ahead of me because he didn't have a penalty and was ahead over
Yeah.
the line. So
yeah, there was a couple of those. I think Brexit actually won the race instead of what Codemaster's timing says. But yeah.
I'll look into it when I do the standings. Like I'll compare
Yeah.
it with the stream and then who have penalties. So
Yeah.
I think it should work, but was a bit messy in the end.
Yeah, it's always that Codemasters factor plays into races. You know, they always manage to mess it up somehow, don't they? But I mean, it was a great race overall. Quite a unique one from our point of view. There was a lot of safety car, a lot of incidents, and a lot of
very weird weather. Like
yeah, the weather was
nine laps on the dry tires, even though it was raining all the time. So it was kind of very strange weather. I don't think I've ever seen a weather like that in this game before. So yeah. Anyway, a lot of fun to commentate.
Yeah, and Junio, hopefully see you next time then, Bahrain. And until then, I'm going to move you back to the general chat. So thanks for joining us on stream. Hopefully
Thanks for commentating on us.
Yeah, not a problem. We'll catch you next time, mate. See you on the other side. And
yeah, I'm gonna have to run here, Chief, in a bit. So do we still have somebody to talk to?
Yeah, there's one left. We'll do one left. We've got
okay.
Yeah, we've got Mr. Psycho. Cognitive psychology. Are you there? He is not there. I thought I'd yoink him in. He was sitting alone in the chat channel by himself, so worth a shot. But yeah, I think that's it. Then we'll wrap up the stream. It was a great. I'm getting
static at least.
Some kind of signal coming through there.
Aliens are trying to communicate with us, I think.
Yeah, well, if you're listening, Psycho, that was a great race for me. A great kind of comeback. You were out of the race pretty much early on with a safety car and the incidents, but further safety cars brought you back into the race, and you had a pretty stellar finish then. So hopefully see you next week, and hopefully we can get a chat with you next week as well. That'd be great. But yeah, we'll wrap up the stream for now. It was a good one. As you just heard there, me and Icewind have confirmed ourselves as commentators for this season for HTAR. So onwards and upwards. Bahrain is next, and Yeah, a race in the desert.
Yeah, just
hopefully no.
Next week we're gonna have a stand-in for me. We'll see who it is. Maybe it's Chief's alter ego.
We'll see. But yeah, until then, we will catch you on the other side. So thanks for joining us on stream, and we'll speak to you soon. Adios.
Bye bye.